Hi Royals, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video we're going to be talking about some Royale High hot takes. Now I just pulled some from many platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, etc, mostly the ones that stood out to me. If you have any more Royale High hot takes, comment them down below. A little disclaimer, when I read these hot takes, if you do not agree with anything said, please do not go find these people and harass them. We want to keep a clean and safe community and I do not want anyone to feel threatened due to this video. But anyway, let's get on to the video. Firstly, Land says, Sunset Island needs a revamp, new themes and reworked island, but every item is accessible to anyone in Sunset Island, excluding halos, toy codes, or legacy items unless you already have them. This can ensure everyone actually can dress up, probably in time from 10 to the 15-minute timer. Now, when I read this, from a player's perspective, I agree. Sounds great. It would help attract more people to the realm, definitely would give people a chance equally. But from an outside perspective, the coding and lag with that many items might not be good for people like mobile players, especially if people item stack since there's no real limit to it. Trolling is a very big part of the game, especially for people that like to dress up as a rat. We have seen that quite a few times. But yeah, so Ingrid says, Royale High should have a story mode. I agree. Having a story mode would make the players feel more secure. Even with the current story mode, it's not mandatory and only lasts a couple minutes. Adding this could attract more people, especially if you add an element of tutorial showing people how to properly play. Now I know that we have, after you get your elemental wings, you do your first entrance exam, you have to go to the office to speak to Poppy. She gives you your planner and she explains a couple of things. But most players don't understand, especially if you have a younger player base. They like to see things fully happening. So making players do a couple quests or stuff like that just to get them started so they know what they're doing. Some of the quests can be a little bit confusing due to their names. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good one. This person says, Fountain should have a pity system. It's also not Barbie's fault for the halos being high value. So I don't think the pity system in the Fountain would work, coming from someone who has never won a halo, but it just would be too difficult to code from that point of view, but also give new players an unfair advantage, especially for those with around the 200 to 400 wishes mark, because if you have it would just depend where the pity system would work, because you'd need a certain amount of wishes to have a higher chance to win a halo, which wouldn't be really fair for new players, so I think that's kind of that. And then also, yeah, it was never Barbie's fault for the halos becoming such a high value. The community inflated those halos and all the other items by exposing them to community through social media, especially people like higher influencers that, this is to no hate by the way, the influencers that would make videos talking about how much such and such items are must-haves, definitely put impact into the value as players desperately try to obtain these items, when we would have the advent calendars and some people would miss days, stuff like the cozy sweater. It definitely went up in value as many people would start saying, oh, this is so good and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I definitely agree with how it's not Barbie's fault, it's mostly everyone else's to exposure to these type of items, I guess so. This person says, I dislike people who stand in the trading hub and do nothing or just yap with their friends, go to another realm that's to hang out or roleplay or something. Personally, this has become a real issue. I feel as though the current amount of players in the trading hub would decrease, however other servers where people would talk, like Earth, or the new campus would be a good place to start roleplaying again, since that was the game's original purpose. There are quite a few downsides to people standing around in trading servers, a few being that online dating has become such a problem in Roblox in general, not just Royale High, and most of these people meet in these trading servers where people just talk. Even so, item flexing and halo stacking is common with these players, as they usually don't make any trades with people who are looking for the items they are wearing. I have seen instances where people put on the item someone has said that they are looking for, just to say it's not for trade. And that has even happened to me before, so I think that I wouldn't say that I dislike the people, I just say that they definitely should find a better place to stand around and talk to their friends, you know? I think it just takes up space for other people to join that server and to find the trade that they're looking for, and I guess that's why people would turn to social media to do those trades. Kay says, tradery should not be a thing. I will have to disagree on this one. Tradery keeps values simple and less likely for people to get scammed. Is to check a value range from places like Tradery so they know that what they're trading for and with is fair. And it like gives like an estimate around. Obviously it's not like the value that some people would say. Like I know a lot of people would say like, oh yeah, I don't use Tradery values, or I specifically just use Tradery values in the trading club. So that's definitely like a middle ground between, you have to look for certain players that would agree with those values. But also Tradery has obvious downsides such as inflation and scams, but they are avoidable issues. In the actual Tradery app, they do give you loads of warnings when you're even talking to people, to say not to click on any links or not to try and log in through stuff like that. So I think it's definitely an avoidable issue. This person says, my ick would be that they haven't added any good hairstyles since a while now, and that when I want to look up a fabric you have to type in the creator username rather than plaid or something like that. Same with lips and custom faces. I mean, for people like me that play Sunset Island frequently, it does get a bit repetitive using the same like 6 or 7 hairstyles for every outfit. I do try and switch up a bit sometimes, but nothing other than a specific few ever fit the theme. So I think that adding like some more like normal basic hairstyles would definitely be like good for just like normal outfits. I see like a lot of people using the same hairstyles over and over again, and I feel like I need like a new palette changer. And also the fabric search bar is quite frustrating, I will admit. They should definitely add an alternative way, such as like ordering them also by pattern, or just being able to search up the pattern you're looking for. It's a big issue with an even easier fix. Same with lips and custom faces. It's just so much easier to just either have the same with the fabric thing, to do the thing with the custom faces, they should do that as well, but also just have a search bar that allows you to search up whatever you're looking for. It's going to be so much easier for players, definitely. This person says, not gonna lie, the lag on mobile is so bad. I can't get through 2 schedules without crashing or my camera glitching. That's pretty much what made me quit playing the game, because it was pretty unplayable. Honestly, I used to be a mobile player before getting my computer, and even then the lag was bad, even on low graphics. There isn't much fix to this, as the game would be detailed if they fix it, but it's definitely a reason for some people to refuse to play. This person says, my biggest ick is the complete lack of roleplay at this point. Nobody ever wants to roleplay, and it makes it hard to play the game for long periods of time. Realistically, the game was originally made a roleplay game, and I believe it should have stayed that way. It brought people together and made temporary friends in the game, which kept players coming back. And it's not an issue the devs can fix, but it's up to us as a community to start this back up again, definitely. This person says, I like the old teleportation too. I hate the portals. I want teleportex back. To be honest, this could be a really small way the game could contribute to low graphic players. The teleportation system is long and maybe laggy for players on mobile or with unstable Wi-Fi, so I do really understand that. And last but not least, this person says, I was playing Royale High and within 5 minutes somebody liked my fit and complimented me. I felt so happy, but it changed when they said they found me attractive. Within 10 minutes they were asking for my Discord. I felt so uncomfortable and reported them and left. To be real with you all, Roblox grooming has become a real issue since it was created. It's an even bigger issue throughout the whole internet. All we can do is be cautious of our surroundings, and if something ever feels off, you're probably right. This person did exactly what you all should do if you ever come across someone who's making you feel uncomfortable. Nothing bad can happen if you don't allow it to, and it really needs to be talked about more. But I think that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and again, if you have any more hot takes, please let me know and I might make a part 2. If you found this video good, please feel free to check out my other videos. See you next time. Bye, Royals!